Alright, so today during our literacy lesson, we introduced the first word that we added to our word wall that can't be sounded out, and that's the word "an." A lot of popcorn words can't be sounded out, which means we just have to remember them by looking at them. And although "an" isn't a popcorn word, it appears in two popcorn words. So that's why I chose to introduce this word today. Now, to introduce the word "an," I used a character and his name is Dan, and Dan has the word "an" in it. So, let's read. It says Dan has an important word in his name, and it's the word "an." "An" is a tricky word because you can't really sound it out. Lots of other words have "an" in them. Let's try to read them together. So, we practiced saying just the word "an," and now students know that A and N together make "an." So we practice sounding out some words. So what we do when we're trying to sound out words together is we draw sound boxes. A sound box is a box that you do around certain letters that make sounds. So for example, this one only has two because it's not n, it's an. So we do a box around M, which is the first sound, and a box around "an," which is the second sound. I always tell students that when they're trying to sound a word out, it's best if they almost sing it because it's easier for you to hear what the sounds are when they're close together, and the easiest way to do that is by singing it. So I'll give you an example. If I try to sound this word out and I say "an," because of that long pause in between, it's hard for me to hear what that word is. But if I try to sing it like this, and with like a sing-song kind of voice, it's easier for our ears to hear what that word is, and that word is "man." So we click on Dan to see if we got the word right, and we sure did. We read the right word. So I'm just going to show you a couple other examples that we did. So we did this one, which is different because the "and" comes at the beginning. And this is a popcorn word. "And" is a popcorn word, and it has "an" in it. So what we do as a class is we draw our sound boxes. So we learned this morning that A and N together make "an." That's the first sound. The last sound in the word is D. Now when I try to sound that word out, it is and. Now, I didn't have a picture for "and" because I didn't really know how to show it. We also did it with the word "hand." So when you're at home and you come across a word that is easily sounded out, but your child is having problems with it, I encourage you to have them draw sound boxes around the letters in the word. And what this shows us is how many sounds that word has. And when I point, underneath each box, I say the sound. And then you're easily able to hear the word. So we are going to continue to practice sounding out words using sound boxes. And actually another popcorn word we introduced was the word "can." And I forgot to add that one to our slideshow, but "can" is another word with "an" in it. So a great activity that you could do at home would be to practice spelling some words with "an" in it. We even talked about how one of our students, Andrew's name starts with "an." So keep practicing at home. Try to use this strategy maybe with a piece of transparent paper over top of a book. And best of luck. I'll keep sharing tips with you soon. So take care.